Oh, we struggle in all aspects of school.
Yeah.
We had PE down. That's about it.
And lunch.
PE and
I was ready to lunch.
That has stayed true to form.
Sean Watson, another step back, which I will say a lot of his problem that O-line. 8 sacks.
Yeah.
Good.
He's gonna be back like when Vic came back to the league after the dog hit.
Yes.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Benchwarmers Basement Banter. Would have been even more special if NFL actually were strict about when free agency starts. Them sons of bitches.
What a shock. They lied. Didn't see that coming.
Hey, free agency opens tomorrow. Too bad that 80% of them have already signed some.
Yeah. And Woody was sick, so that kind of also put a little damper on our ability to do this when we wanted. But anyways,
What kind of am?
we are
my
Benchwarmers
God.
Basement Banter. I'm Stat Guy. We got Rogers
What it is.
and Woody.
And only.
Apparently,
Other than my dad.
apparently, this is our sign. Malloy would love that. That's his favorite thing to do. But anyways, on this screen, I don't have all the social media because I kind of forgot to do it, but it's fine. Follow us on Facebook, Kick, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe
Don't
to the
forget about
YouTube. We're on Twitch as well. But
My kick.
yeah, I already said Kick. As you can tell, Woody's looking a lot better than last week. Not that he's came out of a fire.
Just fight a 2-hour structure fire. That does help for the health.
Yes. But
I will wear a pack next
but yes,
New
like
firefighter.
as you see on our screen here, we are going to do the quarterback carousel. Yeah, I'd hope to
What's
do this
carousel?
when less people had signed, but you can see there's
4 of
our
them were already off the list.
yeah. Well, JJ McCarthy here, he was always going to be on the Vikings, but it wasn't
Yeah.
sure if he was going to start, and we still don't know. We will get into that. But Justin Fields is on the Jets now. Sam Darnold
Yes.
is on the Seahawks. I had the Raiders on here at first, but then whenever they got Geno, I took them off the list.
When was the last time that the Seahawks spent big money on quarterback? Was it Matt Flynn?
Russ? Oh, I was going to say Russ. Didn't they give him a big...
I mean,
I'm
Oh,
they
yeah,
gave
traded
Russ.
him away.
Yeah,
sorry, you meant free agency?
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
but
they had Hasselback.
but
Hasselback. Ever.
there's not a lot of free agent quarterback signings normally because it's like if you have your guy, you kind of tend to keep him. So they had 10 years
Yeah.
plus of Russ or however many. I think it's about 10 years.
That's about right.
Probably right, yeah.
So
And they shipped him off like not too long after he signed the big contract, right?
yeah, like a year after it, I think.
Yeah.
It's a good business decision, it turns out.
And then the last person you see on here, it's funny. This whole middle row is all Vikings in their picture.
Fair.
But our friend Nixon is super happy that Daniel Jones is now a Colt.
Gonna lead him to the promised land.
Woody spoke that into existence yesterday about
Yes.
how he was about to puke.
Yes, he did.
I got a call. I was at 10 a.m. when he signed officially. Is that right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Called him as under spreader truck at 10. Had nothing. I was like, well, I'm covered in grease. Makes you feel better. No, he's like, Daniel Jones is. I hate this. I hate life. Be okay.
Cut out. Daniel Jones is what?
Yeah.
He said he got signed. He said, I hate the Colts. I hate life. He said the Colts are the Cardinals. Hate sport. Not it.
Yeah.
Right down.
Yeah, he's
I meant to ask him like what was he expecting them to do, I guess would be my question. Because
I did.
I don't know what else he was expecting exactly.
I don't know. There's plenty of people on this list below that I would rather have than Jones.
Well, but with Richardson in place, like I
Yeah,
actually
that's
thought
what-
this made sense.
That's what I thought. I thought it made sense too.
No, you aren't 100% sure if Richardson need to push him, I think.
Yeah.
You've brought in a guy that, yes, is not great, but is somewhat capable of running an offense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this
He's
could
not
be kind of
older than dirt, like Joe Flacco.
Right, he's 27. Yeah. I mean, he could push Richardson.
Isn't Joe
You
Flacco
know.
younger than Aaron Rodgers?
Actually, I think so. Yeah,
I think so. They're close.
Maybe like 3 months.
They may be the same age. But...
So, but anyways,
Similar.
back to the video here. We've got, I believe, 12 quarterbacks. We've got some guys that might get drafted. I fit 9 teams on here, and then there's already 4 of them been taken. But we also have other teams over here to the left because, I'm not the best at making graphics, and that was a late addition to where we might just say what team that we think. But let's start here on the left side. And actually, one of these teams has already got a freaking quarterback, and what are we supposed to do there? But they still might draft one. I don't know. Because I don't think Kenny Pickett is damn sure the answer there. But
What? He won a Super Bowl.
yeah. Let's start with a team I used to love, the New Orleans Saints. We got Derek Carr sitting down there. Do we think it's another year of Derek Carr?
I tend to think so.
I think so.
I tend to think that Derek Carr just stays pat and sticks there.
Well, they're in
Didn't
cap
really get
hell.
a fair shake at running that offense last year because, Shaheed went out like week 4, I think. I think they were actually like 3-1 when Shaheed went out. And then they loaded.
Yeah, they lost their whole wide receiver core.
Yeah, Shaheed's the one that I remember.
Well, Shaheed went out, and then like the next week, what's his name? The Ohio State guy who's really fast.
Olave.
Yeah. Chris
Olave was there
Olave.
for a couple more weeks, I think,
got-
actually.
I think it was like a
Olave got-
week.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
it
it
was
was a
early. A lot of it went out like week 5 or 6, but honestly, Carr was part of the reason.
Yeah, Carr has a history of throwing some hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wounded duck over the middle. Good luck, buddy.
I think that was part of Devontae's problem with Oakland.
Yeah. So let's
Also,
look
he
at-
hates Jimmy G, and then he signed with the same team as Jimmy G.
Yeah, I know. Almost like follow the money, guys.
He actually called on camera Jimmy Garoppolo hospital ball Jimmy.
I know.
Yeah, but he ain't planning to catch any balls from him.
Yeah.
No.
He's not even catching ones he throws in practice.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't see what the Saints can do here, really. I mean, they're in cap hell. Like,
So I've also got 6 guys that are going to be in the draft here. We got Ward, Shedeur Sanders, Jalen Milroe, Quinn Ewers, Will Howard, Jackson Dart. Do we think they take a shot on any of those guys?
Saints.
If they can't get Carr at a decent amount of money, I'm gonna go Rodgers. I don't think that they want to go with that. I think that maybe
can't.
Russell Wilson's an option. But
No, I'm talking. I don't think they're going anywhere else other than
No.
Carr. I'm
I
talking
thought you were talking.
Draft.
I'm
Yeah.
talking draft, and any of these 6 drafted guys, Rodgers.
I think they might take a stab at Milrose, who I was thinking Alabama, because
Okay.
his draft's like he's going to fall to probably, and he's a very athletic kid. He's raw, but he's going to fall to 2nd, 3rd round.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they not? Talent's there. Got a
Yeah,
pretty good
whoever
arm.
they sign is not going to be a long-term fix, in my opinion.
Or if they write it out with Carr for another year or two, like Milroe, honestly, this would be the perfect setup for him to work behind Carr for maybe 2 years and develop a skill set. And if he doesn't have it, you move on because he might even be I think 2nd, 3rd round pick. What
I
do you
think
think?
2nd or 3rd. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I think they
I don't
swing at him.
think that outside of Cam Ward and Shedeur, there will probably be another first-round quarterback.
I think there is.
Dart.
I think
Dart
Dart's
is
a
who I think.
first-round quarterback.
Okay.
Dart might pass Shedeur, honestly.
It's a possibility.
I think that's a possibility. But
Who were your last 2 you said after Milroe?
We got Quinn Ewers, who Woody is not coming back. He is going to the draft. I checked on that today.
I'm happy about that.
And Will Howard. Well, he wasn't coming back to Texas anyways.
Yeah,
No,
he had already announced that.
Yeah. And then I got Will Howard as well here. But I am I kind of tend to agree. I think they might take a shot at Milroe.
Yeah.
What do you think, Rogers?
Set up there.
I mean, their car sure is not the long answer. I'll say that.
All right. Oh
But-
gosh, that was really fast. But there's Jalen Milroe up to the Saints.
Like it.
Now we're gonna move
I
past.
see him throwing a dart.
We're gonna move past Indy because they're not doing anything besides Daniel Jones and AR for sure.
It's
Yeah.
awesome, Nixon.
It's not the worst thing in the world like he thinks it is, but he's also.
I think
Not
it's a
great.
good thing.
It's not great at all,
No.
but it's not as bad
What did
as
they
he
do?
thinks.
I need to see another year, Richardson. You know,
Yeah, I
like
would
just
agree.
I get him being down. Had a rough go with this. Guys, he's a Cardinals, a Heat, Colts fan.
He's also the
it's-
most negative sports fan I know.
Danny Dimes doesn't get the best of fairest of shakes in the world because
I don't think
I mean
so either.
he gets such a negative reputation while maybe like Andy Dalton gets a positive reputation, but really in my opinion they're very similar quarterbacks.
Yeah, I would
I
tend
see
to agree.
that.
Fringe starters can be good at times, but really they're just like a high quality backup.
Until this
Yeah.
year, freaking Dimes didn't have a wide receiver that would honestly like maybe crack the top two of most other teams
Yeah.
until they got
I don't know.
neighbors. So,
Early on in his career, when he actually was pretty decent, there was a decent wide receiver core there. But
yeah, it was just
um,
not a number one. It was a bunch of like Darius Slayton and there's another guy there too that just okay
Who's it?
wide receivers, decent, but
Darius Tony, guys, come on, all the talent in the world.
oh yeah,
you know, he did get a good rookie season out of Kadarius.
he did.
Yeah, you're right. He never had an alpha until Neighbors. He really
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
That was. I'm intrigued to see
Gabe
what he does.
Davis.
But
He did
honestly,
not have Gabe Davis. that
That's
was
Bills.
that was Bills.
the whole point of it, though, I think the whole point of the Daniel Jones signing is to maybe get the best out of Richardson,
Yeah,
push him, and that's their franchise key is seeing what they have in him this year. He was the number 4 overall pick. Like you've got to know if he's your guy or not. So that's where I'm at with it.
We're ready for. Let's skip by.
we're gonna
Steelers
skip
here.
the Steelers.
Okay, we'll
let's-
come back.
Let's skip by the Steelers.
Okay.
Let's go Giants.
Yeah, this is a pretty interesting one too.
They're tied together. One
They
gentleman.
are. They are. I could see. I think that they're going to do two things. I've got two things for them here.
Let's hear it.
I think that they're going to draft in the first round. I think that they could very easily be taking either. I don't know if they'll be around when Cam Ward comes in, but they may go Shadur or they may go Milroe. I don't know which one, but I think they're going to draft someone fairly early. Maybe even Jackson Dart if he's around. I think they're also going to sign someone.
Okay,
I think they're going to sign Kirk O'Chains.
really? Okay.
Well, I don't hate it. How
I
would
say,
that work? They
what's
would actually
the
pay for
Kirk
him, right?
O'Chains fan has to say?
I had him going somewhere else. Close to that, though. I had him
Okay.
going to Cleveland. But I could see the New York path. I could.
I think the Cleveland
And-
path is gone now. I really do.
For Cousins?
Yeah,
What did I miss on that?
Kenny
They
Pickett.
signed Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, like I said, what did I miss on that?
Fair enough, but
I don't think Pickett is who they think's.
Well, they just told Myles Garrett that he needed a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Myles Garrett did.
He didn't read the fine print, did he? There you go.
I mean, I don't know what the
Giants-
Browns are doing. But anyways,
I
Giants.
don't either. For the way this is going, let's put him on the Giants because that was like my second
Okay.
thought for Kirk.
Okay.
I think he's gonna take whatever path there is to be a starter. I really do. Like he wants out of Atlanta. I get it. Didn't work there, but a lot of it was his fault. But
Yeah, he was bad. Like
yeah, he played his way out of a
okay,
job.
and then he was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Now we understand why they did what they did in the draft. No, but
So if you're saying that, then who do they draft? Then Rogers, do you think they draft Shadur?
I don't.
Oh, Shadur, yeah. I'm thinking he's my favorite one.
What do
Nick
you-
Shadur at number 3.
They're at number 3, man. I mean,
Yeah, they're the
I don't
third
know if
pick.
Cam Ward's still going to be around at 3.
He's not. I think Ward's
Yeah.
going to the Titans right off the top. But
It'll either be Ward or Jackson Dart to the Giants, whichever one you guys think.
I'll be
Good
honest.
at either.
If you're, I think the opposite. I think if I don't mind the Kirko signing, and if I'm the Giants and it's Kirk, I say you run it for a year and don't draft anybody.
yeah.
Okay.
You draft
because
the
that
best,
number 3 pick,
you draft
Or-
the best player available, which might be
Or you
Travis
trade
Hunter.
down. Or you trade down.
Yeah, but
yeah, I
mean,
think
I don't
they take
know,
the best player.
because if Cam goes number 1, that means you can have either Carter or Hunter. It's a pretty good consolation
Amazing.
price.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I don't.
That's the route I think they go.
For 3, I mean, do they have the option to
Do what? You cut out.
you have a chance to get Janty at 3?
Yeah, you would, but I
Yes.
don't think they do.
I'd be chasing the Barkley 2.0. I don't think that would
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do
That's
that.
kind of what I was getting at.
yeah, I love Gianti. I love him, but not at that. It's too much draft cap.
So, well, let's move on from the
That'll
Giants,
be a top
and then
10 pick.
we might move back to them depending on where we think
fine.
these players go.
I'll
Yeah,
just
I
say
don't
right now,
really have much input on who I think they draft, but I really do think that they do sign.
Yeah,
I can
Now
see
that
that.
Kenny
I'll
Pickett's
go with that.
kind of found a home in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll sign both of them.
no, I don't think so either. Like I said, I think if they sign Kirk, I think you. I mean, I know they're supposed to be winning and whatever, but Kirk's not the worst, and I don't think any of these quarterbacks that are drafted are going to be any better than Kirk right now. And I don't see them having the top end to be as good as Kirk either in the
Kirk is-
future.
He can be a good quarterback. Maybe
Yeah.
he's a little bit washed up at this point, but he can be a good
Well,
quarterback.
He might be, but he was also coming off a huge injury last year. Like,
Yeah, the same injury Rodgers is coming off of the
Right.
Achilles.
difference is Rodgers looked better into the year than Kirk. Well, he didn't have a job, but he
Yeah.
could bounce back. He could bounce back.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking actually at Rodgers' stats from last year, and other than like if you look at win totals, they weren't that bad.
No, they weren't. They weren't that
It
bad.
was like seventh and eighth, like in pretty much every statistical category.
Yeah.
Solid.
All right.
Not
So
great, but it's the top third.
we'll move back to maybe the Giants, depending on how our other quarterbacks fall here.
Yeah, I like that.
Because I
You wanna
thought
go to the
I like.
Titans?
Yes, that's where I was going to go next.
I think we might be in agreement here, mate.
I'm thinking we are. Man, I don't know though. I still
Hey, 1, 2, 3,
Who are we talking about?
Titans.
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 Think they go
It's
Cam.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2,
You
3,
fucked
Cam
it
Ward.
up.
What'd you say, Rogers? I can't hear what
You
you.
fucked it up. Woody was trying to do a 1, 2, 3 thing, and we were all going to say Cam Ward, and you just said Ward.
Yeah. That's because I don't.
We got there.
I don't necessarily
there.
know if I agree, but I think you two agree, so that's enough to put him here. So
The way if they trade out of that pick, if somebody
I don't think
overwhelm-
I don't think they trade out. I just wonder if they don't go another player.
I think Cam Ward has
I mean,
shown he's head and shoulders above
Quarterback's pretty glaringly their biggest need.
it. Mayonnaise boy isn't good enough. What are you talking about?
NA's boy is a walking meme, not a quarterback. Like
Uh,
every week he does something a little bit more embarrassing to try to top what he did last week.
I mean, I get it. It is that way. If I'm the Titans and I'm sitting there at 1, and you know that like they're not a quarterback away, they're not. And I know we've seen. I know
They
we've
have some buildings.
We've seen the
They-
Texans and Commanders do what they've done, but I don't think there's not a quarterback of either of those guys' ability in this draft at all. And
But when they had a good quarterback, they were a playoff team.
they had Derrick Henry and AJ Brown.
There.
That's pretty
I don't
big.
think they're terrible. Like I know they finished the worst record, but I also know, because this killed me on a lot of spread bets, Will Levis could have cost them 4 or 5 games by being an idiot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He
True.
definitely cost him at least 2 or 3,
Yeah,
without a doubt.
They just needed not a moron under center. So Ford probably fits the bill for that. I don't think their roster is that. I think they could win 6, 7 games. It's a 2-year window to get better, I guess, for them.
Yeah.
But
See, that's why my thought on if it's 2 years, maybe you punt and come back. But I just think
if they like Ward.
if they like him, do it. But at first it was going to be Carter, and now he's kind of hurt, and then Hunter's still out there, still probably the most talented guy. Yeah, I mean we'll have our whole mock draft. Episode, which is going to be fun since I figured out how to do this stuff. So I'm thinking we're going to mock draft the shit out of it and do this. But
there's flying everywhere.
Yeah, you guys are saying Cam Ward. I don't hate it. I know at first everyone was pretty sure it's going to be Carter at number 1, and now it's kind of backed off a little bit. So I don't hate the Cam Ward pick either.
Yeah.
If they go quarterback, they're absolutely going Cam Ward.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
That one's true.
I think he's head and shoulders above everybody else at this point.
Yeah.
So, okay. As I was sitting here, I just realized there is a free agent sitting there that's about as good as Kirk that we forgot.
I'm getting there. Getting there.
Okay.
I don't think you forgot him.
Where do we want to go next then?
You want to finish out the college kids, like where we think they'll land, or what would be?
We can do that.
We can do that.
I don't hate that.
All right. We got Shedeur. Where do we think he's going to go?
Honestly,
is it any team up here or not?
I know this might sound crazy.
There's one team up here I think it might make sense for.
I was going to say the Raiders. I know they just got Geno. Guess what? Last year,
that.
I think Geno is a bridge quarterback.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Well, look at the Falcons with Kirk last year, guys. They kind of set the precedent that, hey, this isn't a terrible idea. Like,
Geno's not Kirk. Geno's not Kirk.
Exactly. He's not. I agree. I think that could work because I think he could fall to them. Are they number 7? I believe.
It might be
6.
I'd say 5 or 6. Yeah, we're
number 6,
somewhere around there.
That's where I'm going.
Okay, Rogers, what do you think on that? God damn it!
I agree. I was thinking Raiders for Shedeur as well.
All right, we were going to put him in the other teams category, and note that it's the Raiders.
Okay.
I may have actually I think I might have had a Raiders logo over here. Let me look real quick.
You did. I know at one point in time
At one time I had a Raiders logo, but I don't know where.
And then Geno signed, and we kind of axed it.
Yeah, I think I lost it. I may have deleted it.
Yeah, I think you took it off and put the Geno or put the Seahawks up there instead.
Yes, sorry to go off the cuff, but I really think it may. I think the Sanders family. I think that would fit well with Vegas. Like I just think all the way around.
I don't disagree.
I love the atmosphere.
Okay.
I don't Cleveland take.
I don't know what Cleveland does, honestly.
They've missed so many quarterbacks high up. I think next year, deeper draft, they might take a shot. I really do.
Okay.
We'll get to that another time.
What's the story with Deshaun's contract? How much does he have left on that?
A shit ton still.
He restructured it, but yes, you're right.
Because it's all guaranteed. It doesn't matter. I mean, the restructure helps, but it's all guaranteed.
I thought that there was some sort of a clause with more legal issues that it was going to get axed.
Yeah, they ain't done it
yet,
though.
Yeah. Because then more legal issues come up.
Yeah, but...
Well, I would say the man has a damn good lawyer, Rogers, and probably has got that figured out right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it couldn't happen. Been down that road before.
Language exists that will not forfeit signing bonus or void future guarantees upon suspension.
Well, the Browns are so bad at this.
They're so bad.
I know. We missed the character check on that one, guys. Sorry.
I could see the Browns.
They did the conversion thing where they convert your salary is only $1 million, but he had a signing bonus of $44 million. That's all they did. That's a normal conversion that NFL teams do a lot.
He's under contract. How much
So
longer?
here's my thing.
2027.
Okay, thank you.
Browns is I think that they signed Kenny Pickett as a backup. I really do.
Well,
I
Deshaun.
do not.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Never mind. Go ahead. I want to hear where you're going.
I said I do not think that they signed Kenny Pickett in plans for him being their Week 1, 2025 starting quarterback.
Well, okay, then who's going to be then?
Well, Deshaun can't play this year, right?
He blown out his
Don't think
Achilles. He is out.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm gonna go with they do a 1-year flyer on Mr. Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, I was on the Kirk Cousins going there train, so
Okay. Well, I've got
have a
some
strong
flip flop
opinion.
then.
I'd say I almost feel like it. You guys said Kirk did New York. I almost feel like it might be Russ, and these two might flip flop.
Okay.
Let's put Russ in Cleveland with the caveat that we could see that being mixed either way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these two guys here. Don't be surprised if they're flipped.
Yeah,
Not at all.
But
Not at all. I think both.
it's going to be one of those two at either team for sure.
I think those are the landing spots for those two quarterbacks for
Yes.
sure. I could easily see it going the other way. I tend to think Kirko is a better fit in New York.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I could see that. Does that kind of lead to the elephant in the room, the big free agent?
No, we got to get to the
oldest-
draft guys.
Okay. I'm just saying they're kind of connected. You know what I'm saying?
But they are. But who
Yeah.
do? This is Jackson Dart. If you didn't know, that's floating here.
Yeah.
Where do we think Jackson Dart's going to go?
Oh, dang.
Pittsburgh.
Do you say Pittsburgh?
They're number 21, is that right?
You gonna be still around at that point?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
Okay.
But I like the concept, them drafting a quarterback this year.
Yes, I think that I think Cam or Ewers goes there, but
Well,
Yours, they don't have
I
to
was-
spend it that much on
yeah.
because he'll be a third or fourth round pick.
yeah, who
fair.
do you guys think goes higher with Ewers and Howard then? I'm not sure on Howard.
I think Howard. I like Howard more.
Oh, I do.
I don't really care for either of them too awful much.
I don't either, but out of the two, I like Howard a lot more because at least he's big
Yeah, that's fair.
and
I'm
athletic.
a Texas fan, and I think
Yeah,
Ewers ought to
well-
be in the X.
Pittsburgh did already get burned by drafting a small quarterback.
I do have
small game.
I do have two guys who are sitting here that are also, which I don't know how we were already talking Pittsburgh because Rogers thinks Dart is going to go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think if he can fall that far.
If he falls that far, I could see that. Falls
Yeah.
that far. But
Apparently, he had a really good combine.
He did have a really good combine.
this might be crazy, but how attached do you think the Jets really are to Fields? Like, did you see him getting the treatment again where they draft Dart with, where are they picking? Fifth?
They only signed him to a 2-year deal, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I was honestly thinking the Jets maybe draft him anyway. And, see what we got there.
I think that if you're planning on drafting someone in the first round,
I don't think you
and
signed
you
Justin
don't
Fields.
sign him to 2 years.
You know who you sign if you're going to do that? This man right here,
Russell Wilson? Oh,
Jacoby Brissett.
Brissett?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I really think that, or even Mac at that point. But I
Yeah.
don't think you signed Justin Fields for that.
Well, so he could fall to Pittsburgh, guys.
I
else we
think
thinking?
I think a team is going to trade up in there in like the 13, 14, 15 range for Dart. I don't know who it is.
Would it be crazy if would the Rams give Stafford?
I don't hate where you're going.
Yeah.
I think they
Is it
gave
not-
him 4 years, 160 million.
Oh,
No,
Stafford. He's too old for that. I thought it was just like a 2-year deal. Or
I thought it
something.
was 2 years.
Yeah. You see the fit there with McVay? They could move up out of Pittsburgh, get Dart,
No,
and
no,
work under
he was
Stafford.
right. He was right.
4 years,
got
160 million, right?
You're right on the money.
Well, hold on.
I thought that was like a deal he signed the last.
Yeah, I don't think they actually did.
I think he took he came back, tested free agents, and took the option, the player option.
Yeah, he took the player option on his already contract that he already had.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Rogers had the
Yeah.
contract correct, but he's in the second year
You're
and he
right.
had a player option, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I
Because
knew that I looked up the contract just a couple of days ago, but I
Yeah.
forgot that they let him test free agency, and then he came back and was like, "Hey, yeah, I'll just take that player option."
yeah, because he is a free agent in 2027. I think we all know where that actually is going. Boy, I don't.
I was.
What?
Is he kind of on a year-to-year basis with them, where like it's a mutual agreement? Because he's had injuries, serious injuries.
Yeah, he's like,
Concussions.
he ain't even really supposed to be playing. I think.
Yeah. His shoulder.
No, his
stuff.
neck injury was like
That too.
It's
like supposed to be a
be like-
career-ending one.
yeah, I could be paralyzed.
It's
What
just-
I was getting at, I read something McVay said that with him, yes, there is technically a contract on there, but a lot of it goes year by year. Like he could hang it up in a year and they
Oh,
get it.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
mean
mutual.
that's I think
Yeah.
they
Well, I
kind
think
of
his last
expect
two
that.
seasons had player options.
Yeah, that's
That's
definitely
why they
how
gave it
it's-
a player option.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you can retire and we're good or
Yeah.
whatever kind of deal.
Yeah.
Where are the Rams picking?
They're down
It'll be
there.
like 25th,
26.
26th.
Yeah, they're 26th. So they'd have to trade up a lot.
Man, I don't. I really.
I'll tell you what. For this,
And they wouldn't have to trade up to get Howard or yours. That's probably
No.
not even first round material.
I don't. On this, let's go with what he said. You know, I could see Dart going to Pittsburgh. There's a gap. Like after New Orleans. You know, I hadn't thought of that.
He could tumble all the way down to Pittsburgh. I
Yeah.
kind of glanced at it yesterday. Like,
Yeah, no, you're right.
I get here.
And here's the other thing.
Here's my question to you guys. That this is the only thing I'm thinking, and this is kind of probably getting too far ahead into like mock draft stuff. Where do we realistically think that Gianti goes? Pittsburgh has a need.
I'd started to say the funny thing is I can see Pittsburgh.
That's why I'm
fans-
bringing it.
Najee just signed with the Chargers, didn't he?
That's why I'm bringing this up.
Yeah, no. That.
Because
Here's the other
I
one.
think they're one of the 3 teams I could see really going after Gianti.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think if I'm Pittsburgh, I would be willing to trade up, but if I do, I want to trade up for him.
What's interesting is Denver is the other team that I was looking.
yeah, that's another team.
Such a cool fit. Yeah, and
Denver might go all in for because I think they were running back away last year.
Well, and Javonte Williams just signed with the Cowboys, actually.
Dallas. Yep.
So
Really?
yes, he did that today.
It's like
they're-
$3
they're
million.
really good at taking those backs that really aren't that good. Like,
I love those hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Simple.
I still think Janty probably should land in Dallas, but
I don't
Very well
disagree
done.
either,
I
but
can see that. Yeah.
it all
Well,
it all
here's-
really depends. You know, we've seen the 2 running backs with Gibbs and Bijan go really early, but then you know, is that the people thinking running backs are back because of that and Barkley, or you know,
I think Barkley made a pretty big case last year for a running back can carry a team to a Super
mean,
Bowl.
Hey, we're kind of worth it, guys.
I mean, Gibbs
Yeah.
has been great in Detroit. Bijan's been great there too. I mean,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
I mean,
Investments.
Janty's supposedly better than all of them.
he's supposed to be as good of a prospect as maybe a little bit less than Saquon, but close, and that's a lot. That's saying a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's-
That's why I thought he could be a top 5 pick.
But I don't know if
Crazy
it
stuff does happen.
actually happened. but that's why I kind of brought that
Yeah.
up because Pittsburgh's
Where
got
the
a
Cowboys
need.
pick? They pick 5, don't they?
No, they're like 10th,
There's 12.
12.
Dallas is 12.
Denver's what's
okay. I
Denver?
thought they were way lower than that. Oh, they won a
Denver is
couple garbage
20.
games at the end. Didn't
Denver's 20.
Yeah, Denver's number 20, which is
they? Yeah,
right
they
in
won
front of
some
Pittsburgh.
garbage games. I forgot about that.
I think that's
Oh.
interesting.
To be
Denver
completely
Pitt.
honest, I could see Denver or Pittsburgh possibly going up to get him.
Yeah.
I really could. And I don't know which
Yeah.
one will do it, but I could see either one of them. And that's kind of where I'm at with the Pittsburgh thing.
If Janty
Yeah.
gets taken early, are you agreeing with me that Dart's an option there then?
Yes. I would say
Yeah.
that.
I'll give you that.
I will give you that one.
Here's an interesting one for Dart, too. I know we already put Jalen Milroe up there with the Saints, but with them picking at number 9, they really like Dart. And they can get out of the Carr contract or, move him in a year. So, if it.
I was just looking, trying to see. Daniel Jeremiah has him ranked as the 40th best prospect, but
Like with quarterbacks, it goes out the window.
yeah.
Let's go Pittsburgh, though. For time constraints, let's go Pittsburgh.
We don't have any time constraints.
Yeah, we don't have time constraints. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have that anymore.
We've been on the same guy for 10 minutes. That's it.
That's fair.
It's fair.
That's fair.
But
I'll give you that.
I was going. You guys talk a little bit. I'm looking up a mock draft just to see where they have some. Have him.
Excuse my ignorance here. Who is the guy in the teal-colored uniform at the top? Is that Mac Jones?
That is Mac Jones.
I've been staring at that for 20 minutes. Saying, who the hell is that guy?
another place now for Genty possibility is the Bears because of what all they've done.
Oh, Bears.
With all they've done, spending money on their line, like they should
they're
have.
doing youth movement. Youth movement.
Fuck it. Give Caleb Williams no excuses then.
I agree.
I don't think he had a lot of. No. The way to give him no excuses is give him an offensive.
They did.
They're working on it. They're working on it.
That's all they've spent money on, and a defensive tackle.
I mean, good. Honestly, he's not a bad quarterback, and he got the weapons and showed flashes.
All I have to say is
Offers,
look at the Eagles and how they won. You're building your team inside out. Works pretty good, guys. The line play.
I'm just looking here, and I have not seen Jackson Dart in the top. He wasn't even first round. The one.
How many
I just
years
looked.
did Seattle give
Sam?
how many years did
4 years? I think?
Seattle?
Oh, do we even with Ewers and Howard? I truthfully don't have a very good guess because I don't see them as like franchise-altering quarterbacks.
Like any team that sees a quarterback with need within the next 5 years could grab him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my thought
Yeah.
on them.
It's when they fall that late, though. It's kind of a crapshoot, isn't it? Like, who's got no quarterback?
Okay. Where do we think Jacoby Brissett goes? How about that?
What if he goes to Tennessee?
I don't hate
one
it.
and-
I honestly don't
one
hate
inch.
it.
Yeah.
I
Is he going to go there? I think he's going to go there as a backup. Well, unless they do draft. If they draft Cam Ward, they may let Brissett have the job for a little while.
That's my thought. Give him the exact
perfect.
same treatment that he had in New England.
Yep.
That worked
Yeah.
very well.
That's where I was going with that.
That's kind of Brissett's deal the last 5 years or so.
That's what he is. He's a professional.
Let me show him the way.
It was even on that commercial for State Farm, wasn't it, or whatever the
I
hell
think
it
it
was, where they
was,
brought him in, back up,
Yeah.
and he finished insurance,
Okay.
whatever it was.
Rogers, I'll give you this. I just seen a mock draft that actually had Dart going to Pittsburgh. So I will give you that.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll move him there. I was just
still happening.
I was just trying to look it up and find it before we really did it. Okay.
I think it makes sense.
Do we think Mac Jones has a job?
Yeah,
Put him
XFL.
on other teams. He's going to be someone's backup.
Guys,
He's going
good call.
to get signed.
Well,
Good call.
Battle Box.
Good call.
he honestly, he wasn't that bad this year. He wasn't great, but he wasn't that bad. I
he'll
think
be someone's
he'll be.
backup.
I could see him.
He goes to Denver and backs up Bo Lever.
What if he goes? The Giants don't even actually. The Giants don't even have a damn quarterback on their roster.
No, we need to put a couple there for the Giants.
I kind of think Mac Jones might end up there as well. I'm putting him there. I'm making a judgment call. They don't have a quarterback.
I was gonna have them drafting Ewers or Howard as their other guy.
They might do that too.
Yeah, I have no idea on yours. I
don't.
Just start piling them all in New York. Is like we don't have any quarterbacks, so we're just gonna grab the island of Mystic.
Okay, honestly,
we got 5 guys. One's got to be able to play. I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Euros goes like as a 6th-round pick to the Jets.
Why not?
Bam.
So,
Hope you need
Bam,
to be a
bing,
little.
bop, boom, bop, bing, bop, bam.
Justin Fields looks lonely up there.
He did look lonely. All right, Will Howard.
Other. I'm just gonna say that give him to the field because he's probably gonna be someone's 4th rounder, 3rd rounder.
Here it is.
Yeah.
He goes to Arizona, and Kyler's going to be a dumbass one this year, and Howard's going to play some. There you go.
There we go.
Don't hate it.
I don't hate it. All right, we saved this guy for the last.
I
is.
think that we kind of left the gap there that everyone kind of knows where we're going with this.
I don't.
But also, it is his favored location.
Or is it?
You know, the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're getting away with it.
Yeah, Yep.
But I think he's going to be showing Jackson Dart the ropes. I really do think that he's just going to be a one-year rental there. They're not going to do anything else with him, but I mean, they're basically going to get him for free.
Yeah, I tend to agree. It's looking like that. If they think Dart has potential to be something, I think sitting him behind Rodgers would be great.
I think Rodgers, me and Woody kind of talked about this earlier in the week. He's really kind of accepted his role as he knows he's almost done, and I think that he's going to be very open to passing the torch.
Yeah.
It's different than the Green Bay situation with him and Love.
Yes.
You know, he was younger, 4 years younger, and that was literally a direct attack at his job. Now it's like, hey, I just want to go out on a higher note than he had.
I will give Rodgers this when you're bringing that up. He was way better in that situation than Brett Favre was.
Yeah.
Oh, Brett Favre was still out there trying to bang the owner's daughter and stuff. Like he
doesn't know mission, guys.
Yeah, which Rodgers has stated he did not want that to be Jordan Love's,
Yeah, he'd been through hell.
Situation there, and he did not. He didn't let it happen. It seems like him and Love really get along and have love for each other.
Right, but like at the same time, I feel like that was a lot of.
It was. It was
Green Bay because he felt blindsided.
It was,
which
for
rightfully so. He had just coming off of an MVP season.
He's coming off an NFC Championship.
Yeah.
And they had
it was on the McAfee show, wasn't it? The draft live.
Yeah.
Well, and he was sitting here thinking, like, we're a wide receiver away. We're a wide receiver away.
Yeah. Guess what? They still don't have that wide receiver.
5 years later, and same problem.
Yeah.
They've still not drafted a first-round wide receiver since, like, Greg Jennings. Oh, they didn't even draft Greg Jennings.
No, it's Walker or something like that. I don't know. I should know the guy's name. It was in the early 2000s.
I have one devil's advocate pick on Rodgers. Be fun. I think the Minnesota Vikings route would be so cool. I know it's not as
fulfill the prophecy.
Yes. And also, McCarthy lost his. Like Rodgers working with Kevin O'Connell. Oh my gosh, Addison, Hawkinson.
Well, that's what I was going to say with the Steelers is they do have good weapons now.
They do, but Kevin O'Connell.
Deep ball still.
Yeah.
What's that?
I think Rodgers can throw that deep ball still to keep up with Jettis.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
We saw flashes last year.
I'll be in devil's advocate there.
The arm's still there.
I think that last year at the beginning of the season, it did not look like he could still throw that deep ball. But later in the season, he started flashing him.
Yeah. He trusted his Achilles again.
Exactly. 41 off Achilles. It took a while. But,
speaking of that, shout out Tiger Woods, who just ruptured his Achilles. And he's probably done. Me and Rogers talked about it. He might be done being a professional
I would
golfer.
say he plays in his little simulator league some, but that's about it.
I agree.
wheelchair golf? The Olympics? Wheelchair golf?
No.
Will be
Tiger
now.
Tiger has about as many majors as he does surgeries now.
Oh, that's right.
But anyways, back to Rogers. I could see the Minnesota stuff. I do, but at the same time, I mean, McCarthy still technically set the year, even though he was hurt. He still kind of set the year, so you know he
was there.
He still probably learned a lot.
I mean, he didn't lose any learning abilities.
Exactly.
He just couldn't.
Just not reps in practice though with the guys. And I mean,
Which
if it's a
matters,
1 year
too.
deal,
It does matter.
It does.
it does.
And
And I
it's sometimes
feel like-
tougher to soak in some of the information you're given if you're not able to like put it.
I just tend to think they're probably going to roll with him. I really do.
They do, but they gotta have a backup, right?
The backup could be like where Mac Jones ends up as well.
Yeah.
Right. There's a bunch of guys floating around out there could end up there.
And
Or they could. I don't know.
yeah, they could.
use a
Well, I was
later
getting ready to
piece.
say they could draft yours or Howard.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If
Because
they can get yours
there's-
or Howard in like the 4th or 5th round.
There's been precedent of that. You think about it, the Commanders, aka the name they were back then, drafted Robert Griffin and Kirko at the same time. That's something that teams have done it before in the past. So
Yeah. I think they go the veteran route, but I could see that. I could.
we put Jacoby up there at the Titans, but I could see him going there too.
Yeah.
Drew Lock is another name. I think they probably get.
Oh, my boy.
Yeah, they could get a decent backup like that.
Fuck it, send him there. I love Drew Lock.
Yeah.
Put him in Minnesota.
So here's our put together half-ass. We wish we would have been able to do this a couple of days before this actually started. Then it would have been even more fun.
I'm Roger.
Guys, you think Tommy Cutlets has a job after this?
I think he already got a job.
Did he?
Tommy Cutlets got a job?
I think they already signed him.
Where?
The Giants. I think you're talking DeVito.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy Cutlets.
Yeah. I think I saw
I
something.
thought they didn't have a quarterback on the
Oh,
roster
no, I was
still.
pretty sure they didn't have a quarterback.
Oh,
they,
that might be right.
They did. No, you're right. They did re-sign him. He is the owner quarterback on the roster.
Tommy
I mean-
Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets.
It's not like it's a game changer, but he's got a job selling pizzas.
Hey, there was about a 4-week span where he was legendary.
It was. And then it went to shit.
I was like, what was it? Jeremy Lin in the NBA back in the day had that stretch.
Yeah. He definitely had a Linsanity type
Yeah,
run.
the
Yeah.
Linsanity is
That's
copyrighted for that type of run.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, it was fun.
all right. Well, we're gonna get out of here with this. It's been fun. Let us know if you like this style of content of us putting heads with teams. We might do this kind of stuff in the future now that I know how to do it and get some stuff blocked out. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know. It depends on what other people think, I guess. It worked out pretty well for us now that I know how to do it. So, follow us on all
Great
the
feeling.
socials, YouTube. We're trying to get watch hours there. I was going to say subscribers, but after listening to some YouTubers on podcasts lately, they're like, you can't get subscribers anymore. It's all just watch hours. So watch our content, please.
Yes.
Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Facebook, on Twitter. We're a week away from March Madness. We got some special plans there. Look for that. Me and Roger's going to do some stuff. I don't know if Woody can join us, but I can't remember if he said no.
Very likely.
I figured it was not likely, but look for that. And
Yes.
yeah, you did. So with that, I'm gonna let Woody say his catchphrase at this point that I kind of hate, but he can say it.
Woody and Chuck. Right here. Chuck Norris says, "Stay classy, Southern Illinois."
Alrighty, we'll
Good night,
see you
guys.
guys next time.